Where technology meets law.
Hi, my name is Sahar, and I'm the podcast host for today, and we're sitting here with Qasim Idris. Please give us a brief introduction of yourself.
Yeah, my name is Qasim Idris. I'm the managing partner of Employment Law Assist. I've been practicing law for about 5 years, and now I practice plaintiff side employment law.
Okay, cool. Why did you choose employment law?
Interestingly enough, I was and still am a business owner with over 100 employees. I realized that the backbone behind how my business was ran is really because of my employees. And then I later came to realize that many employees are just underserved, underappreciated, and sometimes kind of kicked to the curb unfairly. So I saw a way for me to make a change and help those in need.
That's really cool. How did you hear about LegalSoft, and what services have you used with us so far?
I learned of LegalSoft through Hamid. Hamid works really closely with my firm. He helped me get started. And LegalSoft has kind of been a 360 view in my firm. They hire my VAs, manage my VAs. They run my social media, my website, practically everything that I do aside from practicing law.
Yeah, hiring VAs is really great. It really helps with all those online tasks.
It's like a productivity hack. It's great.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then what results have you seen when implementing our social media services into your law firm?
Definitely a lot more engagement from potential clients, other lawyers, the legal industry generally. Coming from a transactional law background and a food service background, I own restaurants. I don't really have much exposure to the legal world, more so on the corporate world side. So going out into the social media world, putting myself out there, putting my firm out there, is kind of embracing myself into the community, getting a lot of reaction back, and so I can see the growth just through social media alone.
I feel like a lot of law firms are intimidated by getting exposed on social media. It's kind of a big hurdle for a lot of people, I feel like, but the benefits of actually being on social media, I feel like there can be huge results in that, because before social media was word of mouth, right?
That's right.
But now we have quicker communication options, and you can reach a larger scale of people in a shorter amount of time, so why wouldn't people really implement that? So it's great seeing that you've had some good results.
Yeah, I think a lot of that also has to do with just people not seeing the proof of concept, right? They think of the idea of social media and they say, well, I've never really done that before, and that creates the hesitation, right?
Yeah.
Until they actually do it and they say, wow, okay, people are actually engaging, people actually like what I'm doing, I'm getting clients through here, this works.
It's a whole new world.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's awesome. And then what kind of advice would you like to give to young and new lawyers?
Most importantly, find a field of law that you truly are passionate about and just do it, I came into employment law not knowing a single thing. Everyone I asked kind of looked at me and wondered, are you going to be able to do this? And I realized I just needed to push those people away and find people that understood where I was coming from. And I'm so glad I did that. And I hope that young lawyers out there are finding that field themselves and pursuing that passion so that they can make an impact in that field.
That's amazing. So tell us a little bit about working with our CEO, Hamid.
Well, first of all, it's been great. When I decided I wanted to open this firm, I met Hamid, and within 5 minutes I realized that this was someone I wanted to work with. He already had an A to Z plan in terms of how we're going to get this started, how we're going to roll this out, and how we're going to grow aggressively, and we're doing that. I had no experience in employment law. I just had the will to learn and the drive to do it. And so he set me up with mentors, he set me up with a referral network, he set me up with seasoned attorneys that could actually teach me different nuances on a case-by-case basis. And that's allowed me to be an effective attorney for my clients. And then at this point in time, as we keep growing, we're at over 200 clients, and we're trying to figure out how to maximize my time so that I can be with every single client while also growing the firm, bringing in the right people, and kind of creating a new vision for the future as we move along.
Have you found that working with us has allowed you to spend more time on like high value tasks?
Absolutely. Having VAs handling my intaking, my scheduling, my coordinating, some even help with developing my processes through the firm. It allows me to really focus on, one, the high level growth strategy, but then at the same time, just be a litigator, right? Be an attorney to my clients, make sure that they can call me anytime. I'm not wrapped up in meetings or wrapped up with dealing things like dealing with records, dealing with case files. I'm kind of hands off from there. And the great thing is LegalSoft also manages that for me on the side. So the VAs are great, but the fact that LegalSoft is a manager on top of all of this is kind of gives me a peace of mind and confidence to know that things are running fluidly.
Is there a certain task that you absolutely hated to do before that you don't have to do anymore?
Well, I never really had to do a task, because when I got started, Hamid said, look, this VA is going to do this for you.
Yeah.
So just trust him and, keep an eye on him, and you'll see exactly what I mean.
What about before that?
Before that, I guess everything, calling a client initially and running the intake.
Yeah.
It's very time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
It's valuable for an attorney to understand that, but understanding the pieces of value that you need to kind of assess to understand if this case is worth, taking on, being able to train your VA to understand those pieces so that they can communicate that forward to you, allowed me to not waste a lot of time going through these intakes at the initial stage. But then once we see those clients that fit the protocol, we can speak to them and get a better understanding, and then kind of get the ball moving and investigating their case and moving forward, rather than still sitting at the should we take this client on or not phase.
Okay, cool. And where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Employment Law Assist. You can find me on Facebook, not Twitter. And you should be able to find me on LinkedIn.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course, thank you.